I don't play for money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, would give it up just to play this game. So I yeah. So I allow that to the business people to say what it's worth, what they're supposed to give a quarterback of my play, a person of my play, leader of my play, I guess you can say. And for me, it's about, as I said, control. I can control and handle that part, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yo, this JB the Cowboy fan, and yes, sir, I'm back with another one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my subscribers. Yes, sir. Shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. But man, I want to jump into this video real quick, man. Let me see if I fix the screen. I know what's going on. Get that shit straight real quick. But man, the Cowboys offense is gonna be exciting. Listen to your boy Dak. He said the offense is gonna be exciting. Let's see.
Playing in the preseason. Schottenheimer's talked a lot about keeping it kind of vanilla with what he's shown on offense and that. What should Cowboys fans expect to see from this offense this year?
Yeah, an exciting offense. We've kept it vanilla for a reason. So
Kept it vanilla. Hell, you had a project out there playing. You wasn't out there playing the preseason. Come on, man. He talking shit. You kept it vanilla. Okay, Dak, we're gonna see.
Excited about getting out there and putting it all on display next Thursday.
Obviously, like you said, you're looking forward to getting back out there because it's been a while. How do you balance the challenge, if there's a challenge at all, with staying within yourself once you get out to Philly versus not kind of overextending because you're so ready to play ball?
Yeah, I mean that's the when I say a lot of work goes into this, a lot does, and whether that be the mental, the emotional part, I do a lot of practice on that. So for me, it'll be about going out there and the practice I've done on the breathing and my emotional conditioning is just making sure that that's in tune, and that starts well before the game.
You need to make sure his breathing is good, that he hasn't lost his sanity, have his emotions in check. So we know how he get for big games. Man, September 4th, Thursday night, bro. Can't get here no sooner.
Be in the right headspace that I need to be to know I'll go out there, take it play by play. It's the game that I love, that I've been playing for a long time.
What are your thoughts on having that type of challenge right away, playing theoretically the best team in the league at their place?
I mean, I wouldn't say that heightens it because they're the Super Bowl champs and it's at their place. It's football. I'm excited to get out there and be on the field any chance, any opportunity that I get. And it's the NFL and it's game one. So it's a lot of importance in it. You want to start off high, you want to start off fast. It doesn't matter who the hell you're going against.
So the last 4 or 5 years of your career, you've been starting off slow, bro. And you just saying putting the emphasis on starting fast. When's the last time y'all came out and started fast, though? Is what I want to know. Especially you as the leader on the offense. Let me get to DLS with Jeff Kavanaugh and goddamn Jesse Holly and Clarence Hill Jr., the number one Slurpee for Dak Prescott. This other guy named Allie. I really don't know this guy. I don't watch it too often, but sometimes I check out their clips and what they be talking about. So let me see what's
offense. CeeDee Lamb has entered in another level that I think at the end of the year, he may be the best wide receiver in all of football. So the question was, do you buy or sell that the Cowboys will have an exciting offense? And Dak Prescott said they will, and
Bye.
I read all that. Hit my one shot. Hit my one shot. Okay.
I just want to know how they haven't seen Shotty call plays. They haven't. Dak was talking about the offense with vanilla in preseason. He hasn't collabed with Shotty on calling plays, going back and forth to see what play is good. They haven't even practiced and no type of real, and training camp and in practice, but you're not going against nobody, a different team. So you don't know how those plays y'all so-called came up with is going to come together and produce an exciting offense. The running game still ain't, to me, it still ain't concrete. But let's listen to some more what they're talking about.
Shot. No, you're good. No, you're good. No. We're good. We're good. I buy. And here's why I buy that they're going to have an exciting offense. And I don't know if the offense will yield to them being successful as far as record wise, but the offense will be super duper exciting. And why do you say that, Jesse Holly? Because I listened to what the man who will be calling the plays said. If you go back to our illustrious and wonderfully done interview with Coach Schottenheimer,
where you ask great questions,
where I ask great questions. That's all I do is ask great questions.
Yeah, I remember that interview.
Talked about it. And again, I want you guys, don't look at the clip, look at the whole interview, because in that interview, he said to himself and to us multiple things that led me to believe that this is going to happen. Exciting. Because he's not running the football. He's not running the football.
Exactly. And that's the key point I want to look at and see, because he didn't do it in preseason. He did a little bit better in the third game, but to me, that wasn't showing me that Schott is going to prioritize the run game. Because see, Dak needs a heavy dose of the run game to be effective playing the quarterback position. And like he about to go into, like he said that interview they had, and I think it was about last week or sometime, maybe a week and a half ago. They're not gonna run that ball, bro. They're gonna try to air that shit out with Pickens and Lamb. See, Dak is not the quarterback that's built for that type of quarterback play.
When he talks about, hey, check my track record about I led the league in rushing when I was in Seattle and then in New York, I went and I looked, and he did. But I also let the interview keep playing.
Yeah.
And he said, well, when I was the offensive coordinator, I was basically told what to do by the head coaches that I was under at that time. Right. Yeah. So I don't know that necessarily your call about running the football. You have Mark.
That's Pete Carroll telling you run that ball.
You wanted to let Russ cook. You wanted to let Russ cook.
It worked for a hot second.
Yeah. And Pete Carroll said, we're not going to let Russ cook. And you had Mark Sanchez as your quarterback. You're not letting him cook. You had no choice but to run the football in New York. And then I pressed play again on the interview, and the great beat writer Clarence Hill asked him about, man, you got George Pickens and you got CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott.
What? So when he was in Seattle, he was told what to do. He didn't call plays. He called the plays somebody else told him to call. And people bigging him up for having a run game in Seattle, but he wasn't even in charge. He wasn't in charge when Mike McCarthy was here when he was offensive coordinator either. He had no say-so in the run game, and you see how the run game was because they didn't prioritize it. All he's going to do, like he said, is sprinkle. Well, Brandon Cook said this in his exit interview or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with Clarence Hill Jr. All he going to do is sprinkle some of his shit onto Mike McCarthy shit. And Dak talking about this is finna be some new exciting offense. Are you kidding me? We got a head coach that never called plays as a head coach. We got a quarterback coming off a so-called serious injury. He's expected to run the ball more as a quarterback coming off that leg injury, so-called torn hamstring off the bone. First time head coach calling plays. And we got this quarterback. They supposed to gel together and be a top 5 duo. An exciting offense, we're going to see.
This guy, and he said, how do you not fight the urge? And he goes, man, I lay in bed at night thinking about those two guys in
Right.
passing the
They
football.
throwing the ball.
Then he also went on and said, he said, I have to fight the urge. I have to fight the urge not to TB2 that thing.
Oh, yeah?
TB2
You mean like in
that thing.
the joint practice? when you
I'm getting there.
fight the-
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. He said that I have to fight the urge. Remember, folks, Brian Schottenheimer is a former quarterback. That is in his DNA. Okay? Former quarterback.
This is going to be a mistake for our offense. Dak talking shit, talking about it was vanilla. It was doing vanilla plays in the preseason. Yeah, they trying to be cocky, talking all that shit, but they haven't gelled together as head coach and quarterback. Some reps and rhythm could have been done in preseason. Okay, I got Dak out there. What can I call for Dak? You feel me? With him running the offense with the ones. They don't know how this shit gonna pan out. But the Eagles, they are already tough with it. They got their shit together. You feel me? They got their shit together.
Don't want to run the football.
What urge you fighting, big?
For a quarterback at the receiver urge, I want to fight. I fight the urge of trying to run the football. I'm a receiver. Pack that thing and throw it. But he said it. And then he also said in that same interview, if you just kept press play and let that thing fly out, he talked about when they were in the joint practice, he said, oh man, things weren't going our way in joint practice, and I got upset. He said, I got off script. When he got off script, you know what he said, guys, when he got upset? He didn't say, oh, I got upset, we got off script when I pounded the football in there, and I got aggressive, and I told Flus to blitz more. No. He said, when I got off script, I got upset. I told Joe Milton, throw that thing. I told Joe Milton to let that thing fly. And then he opened up the first couple of preseason games, and he just said, hey, Joe Milton, I want to see you stinging around the park.
Yeah.
So that tells you everything that you need to know.
Yep. Even just only thing I disagree with him is that it's gonna be exciting. I mean, we probably gonna make some plays. Don't get me wrong. We got Pickens and Lamb at wide receiver, bro. Now, they gonna make some shit difficult for defenses, bro. They're gonna make it difficult for secondaries. But to be exciting, so what they looking at this offense gonna be like the greatest show on turf?
This I buy. It will be an exciting offense. CeeDee Lamb has entered in another level that I think at the end of the year, he may be the best wide receiver in all of football. The dude is becoming unguardable. I'm telling you, he's becoming unguardable, and he's walking around with a level of confidence of, I am him. Truly, I am him. So I am buying what Dak Prescott is saying. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, Dak Prescott this year will have his highest total in attempts, his highest passing yards, his highest touchdowns that he's ever had in his career. He's going to break the all-time yardage for Cowboys quarterback in Cowboys history. He is going to go off this year. Don't know if it's going to result in victories.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So the question was,
and that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. All they're talking about is regular season stats. What Dak's going to do in the regular season. I don't see no exciting offense. Yeah, I think we're going to score some points. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be like kind of tough sledding. It's going to be tough sledding if you ask me. That's what I see. Yo, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this, bro. This exciting offense that Dak Prescott swear we about to have, and got these Dak fanboy slurpees already down and believing in this shit and ain't seeing no goddamn results. Yo, this JB the Cowboy fan. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go, Cowboys.
I'm glad. I will tell you this. If there's a human breathing that I've ever met that I'm proud that took advantage of me financially, I'm proud it's the one sitting to the right. And Dak.
More people get to look at our brand and get to look at us, which at the end of the day benefits all of us. So my job is just play on the field and ignore all the rest of the noise.